Hi, it's Pastor Paul Anderson from the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Marvelous Monday. I don't know about you, but I had a fantastic weekend. It is always great to have a wonderful time of praising and worshiping God, and now having an opportunity to see you all again on this first day of the week. Please look with me at 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter, verses 17 through 24 from the New Living Translation. I want to couch my thoughts for today about live in it. Live in it. Very powerful. Paul is now writing to the church of Corinth, and he tells them the first thing, that whatsoever situation I find myself within, I've learned to live in it. You and I need to understand, regardless of the situations that God has given to us, or whatever fate that seems to be dealt our way, we have to live in that moment. We find ourselves oftentimes always wanting to excuse ourselves from a difficult moment and be in an easy moment, or be in a moment whereby we're not in any moment, but we must learn to just live in it. The Bible teaches us, and Paul teaches us, this whole thing about just being content with knowing that I know whatever situation I'm in, I need to live in it because God is in it with me. Secondly, he lets us know that what is so important is what's on the inside. Here, they were dealing with an issue in the text about how a person should do certain things after they become a Christian. But you and I need to understand that God focuses on the inside and we look on the outside. It's amazing how we always try to make people fit in forms and make them quote unquote become what we want them to become so they can be the acceptable person that we want them to be. But the Bible teaches us that God does the work on the inside. My brothers and sisters, if all of us would renew our minds and we will allow the Spirit to be at work in our hearts, and then we can be the people that will bring God glory, honor, and praise. So he talks to us about what's most important is on the inside. And then thirdly, he says that it is so important for us to keep God's commandments. And the only way we can keep God's commandments is by having the Spirit of God on the inside of us. Because I've found out, and you've probably found out, when you really love someone or love something, whatever is asked of you to do, you don't mind doing it because it brings you joy to do what is the expectation. So we need to learn to live and to love God's commandments. And then fourthly, he tells us to remember. Remember that you were once slaves. Remember you were bound to sin, but God has set you free. And I don't know about you, but this clearly tells me walk in your freedom. You and I need to walk into the freedom that he whom the Son sets free is free indeed. And let's allow the Spirit of Christ to have the liberty and the freedom in all of our lives so we can tell everybody else, I've learned to live in it. Live in my freedom, live in the moment because I'm living in God's ways. God bless you and may heaven smile upon you. I'll see you on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.